Troy Richardson here with Momentum Engineering. For years I've got involved in the standards and helping with the standards. I was on the PRCA board, which is the Professional Ropes Course Association, back in 2017. I've thrown my hat out there for the ACCT to be a part of their tire committee and help them with their zipline braking. But it was about a year ago when I sent out a letter after seeing some information on zipline braking that just made me furious. That all of a sudden the standards decided that maybe what I was saying was truth, because I'm a zipline expert witness also. You know, yeah, I got into the zipline industry when I was running my machine and welding shop out of Cedar City, Utah, and I built the Park City Mountain Resort zipline. I later, in 2014, earned my engineering degree, and I'm an older guy, so it was not that long ago, 10 years ago. And now I'm working on a master's degree in technical writing. And so once I learned how to write, I realized that people started listening. You know, I can convince people often, you know, just by sharing with them some of the stories that I have about zipline accidents. But first, let me just tell you what we did at Park City. Park City Mountain Resort came to my company in Cedar City and asked me to develop a trolley that was passive braking, that could stop, that would go up to 60 miles an hour and slow people down safely. We did that, and you'll see that trolley in some of the videos because I use it as test weight. The dang thing weighed 25 pounds. What we've done is we decided that our products could actually stop people on any zipline. And so we started developing small little zipline trolleys, and I did it early as 2016, 17, and 18, and I started patenting these products. This is the product from 2023. What it is it has multiple pin placements that you can move the rider's weight, because that's what you're doing. You're basically moving the rider's weight closer to this white brake material and away from the wheel. If you move them closer to the wheel, they go in faster. And so if you've ever tested on zip lines and you've run your test weights down, if you're not running 80 pounds as well as 240 pounds, then you're not getting accurate numbers, because your 240-pound riders are going to have 3 times more energy than the 80-pound riders. That means more energy means more speed at the end. And so if you decide that you're just going to use a 150-pound test weight, you're going to get your under 6 miles per hour, so you don't need an emergency brake. I guarantee your 200-pound or 250-pound riders are going to be coming in faster. You're going to be in gross negligence. And there's ways around this. There's literally ways around this. Today we have wearable technology. We have had many different technologies with these GPSs and GPS watches that you can wear. You can have your guides wear. You can set them up in running mode, and then you can track what your arrival speed is. Just have them look at what their speed is when they're coming in, or download the data. These watches are pretty amazing. These GPS units do everything from telling the temperature to, I haven't seen them do wind yet, but I'm sure it's in the coming. But we have products that have been solving problems. Our brake system at Park City was a bunch of springs. It was a spring array, but the difference between this spring and that spring is this is a barrel-shaped spring with multiple compression rates. So it's got easier compression rates in the center and harder here, making a softer landing. One spring does what 5 springs do. But our trolleys stop people. We have a fail-safe trolley. This trolley has a brake here and a brake here. So if this one fails, this one still works. And then with our spring system, that's a 3-to-1 factor of safety. So please look at our stuff online. Zipline Safety, or ZiplineBrakingSolutions.com, zipsafe.org. The standards are changing, and you really need to jump in here and start looking at this, because if you're not compliant with the standards, you're going to be gross negligent, and then it's going to be somebody like myself. And there's plenty of zipline experts out there that know what the standards are, because we discussed them at the conference. And braking-related accidents have been the hot topic for this last year, and the standards are really coming together to try and solve this problem. They're putting standalone brake systems on ziplines. They're requiring it anytime your speed's over 6 miles per hour or greater. If you get into 15 miles per hour for your arrival speed, which is quite easy to do. I did it on a course just a week or so ago, local course. I'll bet the cable wasn't more than 400 feet long, and I'm not kidding. I came in at 18 miles an hour, and it was a running stop. That's just asking for an accident, because what if that person now you're figuring out all these people are going to be able to run and stop? No, it doesn't work that way. The entropy in physics is what we try to eliminate, but you cannot eliminate that entropy of your mental model of each one of your zipliners, because they're all different. That's your variable. You know, are they going to apply brake when they're supposed to? Are they going to duck at that fourth curve to miss the chainsaw? That's just a metaphor that they used at the conference. But I thought it was a great analogy. You cannot rely on zipliners who are naive in the first place. They might have been ziplining at another course, but I guarantee your course looks different. Your braking requirements are going to be different. Your guides are going to be different. And so it's not the same. You need to stop zipliners so they don't have to. And we have learned how to do that. And we're teaching people how to do that with fail-safe zipline trolleys. Our products are accident-free. And we try to make it that way. We try to get you to test them correctly. We try to get you to document. So your documentation, if you're in pin placement 2 at night, you're going to probably start really close to pin placement 2 in the next morning. Or you're going to look at your data from the day before that to see if, okay, the temperature was 80 degrees at 9 o'clock. We were in pin placement 1. Everybody's coming in great. Let's start there. And to be honest with you, it's not that much different going from pin 1 to 2, but sometimes it makes the difference on being able to happen to rescue someone versus, you know, having them come in, you know, safely. And we have great products out there. We have solutions, ziplinebreakingsolutions.com, zipsafe.org. You can find our YouTube channel, and I'll put some links on there. We have accident-free braking systems. It has a myriad of videos that I've done. I've done little small things in my garage where I've sent things down. I've used little tracks to try and teach you how momentum works. I've got a bunch of stuff on there. I'm just trying to solve some of these braking problems.